everyone, we're back with another Loot Crate. This one for April 2015. As you can tell by the box, this one is a little smaller in size, but bigger in heft, like a gold bar. Small in stature, big in heft. We're going to take a look at that. But first, I just want to say, tonight was the first game of Lillian's softball career. Yeah, get it up for Lillian. I'm coach of the team, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was nervous. We only had a few practices due to the snow the Northeast got. I was really nervous that this was gonna be a bad scene, but the kids played great. Second inning, I gathered all the girls in the dugout, and I was like, "Hey, listen, did any one of you expect us to be doing this good based on our practice?" All of them shook their heads no, but had big smiles because they were proud of what we did. And Lucas was my assistant, keeping track of batting orders and positions on a rotating basis. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Lily for starting her baseball career and my first coaching job. A wild success. I can only go downhill from here. But that's right now.
Giving a shout out to your own daughter.
Yes, giving a shout out to my own daughter. Just looking for that like from her account on YouTube. So we're going to take a crack open. I sliced it open so Lucas could crack it. But don't look.
Oops.
And we're going to follow tradition by just reach in blindly and pick something out.
Dad, you're pushing it towards me.
The great art of discovery. Isn't it wonderful?
Okay.
What do we got? First up, an inflatable something. An inflatable something. Enjoy inflating this. Yes, this is something else that I'm going to have to blow up here. Great.
I can blow it up.
Try to do it. We had a slip and slide. The pump broke, and I tried to inflate it, and I almost had a heart attack. It's an inflatable crown. An inflatable crown.
Hey, you can wear it just like that.
Interesting.
Wait, where's the hole, though? Oh, it's
right there. You want to try blowing it up while I reach in? You want to do the shirt? All right, I'll go under the shirt.
Actually, no.
All right, I'll do the shirt then. Fine. Wah. We got a red shirt. A red shirt with the ampersand from Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, cool shirt. Yes, miss, I like. Much better than last month's stirred, not shaken nonsense. This is why I subscribe to Loot Crate. I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons guy. I would play every day if I could. I originally got back into it got into it initially in very early 80s, late 70s, through my brother. The Menser edition, which is the basic and expert advanced books.
There we go.
Frank Menser was the one who designed it, off of Gary Gygax's and Dave Anderson's rules. The most popular edition of Dungeons and Dragons for a while, one most people are aware of back in the day. I actually had a chance to game with Frank Menser twice at Total Con in Mansfield. Both were great times, and he actually...
we do it at
last week we sit down. This year, actually, me and my friend Gabe played at his table, and at the end I submitted, it was a play test for a module he was going to publish, and I submitted some stuff, and he said it was good ideas, so I'm going to play test a credit. So look for my name in Frank Menser's adventure book. Yeah, this guy's cool. All right, blindly, close your eyes. Reach in, grab something, anything. The Loot Crate is delivering the goods. What do we got?
Probably
A bow tie?
for Dungeons and Dragons.
What? Let me see that.
Dice and Dragons.
No kidding. No, open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up.
Wait, Dad, I want to wear it.
All right.
Nobody look.
Nobody look. Do. All right, you want me to talk about Dungeons and Dragons some more? I played every edition. 4th edition, I was into Gangbusters for about 6 months, DMing at my Masonic Lodge. Had tables full of people, and I'm sitting there, and it became a strategy miniature game, and people were taking 20 minutes to do their moves. People wouldn't plan in advance because it had to depend on what the table looked like, and I wound up getting out of it, back into 5th edition, but I played 2.2, 2nd edition, basic, the original advanced, 3 a little bit, 3.5 quite a bit, 4 a little bit, for a while, 5th edition back in. I think it's the grandfather. I think it's a very important game, tabletop game to sit around with friends and have a good time. That doesn't involve everyone staring at monitors or a television set. Rock and roll. So that's Dungeons and Dragons. If you ever seen the animated cartoon that aired on NBC Saturday mornings back in the early 80s, got the deluxe edition on DVD. Always wanted to be the Ranger. They got him the roller coaster and
Okay, Dad.
whatever.
Bow ties are cool.
Bow ties are cool. Nice. And it has an unclasped. Cool though. But let's show the people who are watching at home. You got the Dungeons. You got the Dragons. You got the 20-sided die. That is
Where are the dungeons?
that is a Dungeons are in your head. Very cool clip-on bow tie. What? Yes, rock and roll. That's awesome. All right, so we are, well, the crowns are right, but two out of 3 solid ones. So let me see what we got here. Let's see what this is. Harry Potter 9 3/4 bag tag.
9 3/4.
That was the. I'm not big on Harry Potter, so I don't know. My wife's a huge fan. She'd probably be able to tell you this. I believe that was the platform that they got on. It was between 9 and 10, so it was 9 3/4 is how they got to Dragoon Alley.
Okay, see? I'm learning about fractions. This is a mixed number. 9 3/4.
What's bigger, 9 1/2 and 9 3/4?
9 3/4.
That's right. Good. Didn't mean to put you on the spot there. I was nervous. Public education, you know. Harry Potter. What do you got? Oh, the Princess Bride playing cards. Princess Bride, a book, a very famous book, turned into an equally or even more famous movie, starring Andre the Giant, Billy Crystal, and a bunch of other people I don't remember the names of. Very quirky movie, very, very enjoyable, very cool. I like that. I like that. Why would you take that out? You don't even know what it is. You just did that, right?
What?
Let me see here. We're running out of things. Should I take the big plasticky thing or the small square thing?
Small square.
All right. I took the Game of Thrones USB flash drive from HBO. No, I'm never going to use this. Powered by custom USB from HBO and Loot Crate. Let's show this off. Oh, it's actually, that's pretty diesel right there.
What is it? What in the world is that?
It's the Wolf Clan, and it has a USB port there so you can put storage in. This is a, the Stark icon. Doesn't say how big it is. Probably like, I'd say at least 8 gigs these day and age. That is, if you have a Game of Thrones fan, I'm not. But if you have one in your family, they would love this. So they could store all their Game of Thrones pictures and fan fiction on it.
We don't need it.
All right. What else?
Okay.
Cool box, man, so far. I'm digging this after last month's.
So wait, the big plastic thing, it's probably a book. Or not. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones Sigget magnet sets from Dark Horse.
And we're not going to use that.
Nope, but I'll give it to someone who likes Game of Thrones. So let's see what else. We're just down to the pin and the book. You want to reverse the box? Show them what it's like. So this is the pin. This is the Fantasy April 2015 Loot Crate pin. And this is the magazine, the Dungeons and Dragons Intelligence Check. Let's see what we got here. Adventures League Intelligence Check, Pop Culture, Fantastic Shows and Why We Watch Them. All right. The Dungeons and Dragons book. Yeah, that's the platform at King's Cross Station was the 9 3/4. The D&D ampersand T-shirt, the inflatable crown, the RPG bow tie, Princess Bride cards. The USB drive is 4 gigs, which is exclusive. The magnet set is not exclusive.
Okay.
So you flip that around yet? I'll flip it around. Flip it around. Flip it around.
This is as good as it gets.
Oh, cool.
I don't know how to do the rest.
So we have what looks to be an old school Dungeons and Dragons treasure chest. Get this stuff in.
Wait. That needs to get in. How do you do that? That's what a treasure chest looks like. That
Ugh.
does not look like a treasure chest, Dad.
Loot Crate does the best they can, but you have the map and the sword sitting on top of it. You got a goblin, spider webs with a little dragon's tail there, or goblin tail. You got the helmet, and you got the little shield of armor there. So pretty cool looking box for all your dice or mini adventure books. Overall, what do you think?
Nah.
What? I dug this one because I love my D&D ampersand shirt. I love my role-playing bow tie. That my wife will enjoy the Harry Potter luggage tag. The Game of Thrones stuff is going on someone's gift. And the Princess Bride, God, when you have kids, you know you can never have enough playing cards because there's always some missing. The inflatable crown, I almost forgot about. You dig that or what?
Yeah.
Yep. So not bad. This was much better than last month's. And it's very cool. And here comes Softball Extraordinaire. 4 hits today. Ran the bases solid. Weak in the outfield, but room for improvement. Queen of the Castle. Oh dear, here we go. This is how the fights start. Lucas, let her have it for a second.
Aw.
You were king long enough. Now
Okay.
she's in charge.
You said 1 second.
Oh boy, this is what I'm getting here. But that's it for us right now. We're gonna be back. We got a game tomorrow. Practice. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna squeeze in that Topps Archives football box break,
I'll find
and then we'll look for some more baseball stuff.
treasure chest.
So enjoy. Thanks very much for all your feedback and comments, and thanks for watching. As always, I'm Matt.
And I'm Lucas.
I'm Lillian, the softball player.
That was weak, but I'm the softball coach.
I'm the softball person.
Excellent. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next.
Softball.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice softball weekend. If you play softball.